Hello and welcome back to the YouFit YouTube channel. I hope you're well, I hope you're fit and healthy. My name's Nicola, I'm from YouFit Rochester, and today I'm going to be taking you through a workout based on posture. So we're going to be working through stretches and mobilising exercises to really open up through the chest, to strengthen through the back, the hips and the glutes, and just help ourselves feel a little bit more upright and a little bit more comfortable. So if you're working from home, if you've been slouched over a desk or a computer, this is the one for you. All you're going to need is a mat or a nice big space on your floor and a chair for a couple of stretches. So just make sure it's about this height and it's nice and stable. Okay, so when you're ready, come and join me on the floor and we'll get straight into it. So starting from a seated position, you're going to cross your legs and just find a comfortable space for yourself here. Just start by taking a big roll of the shoulders back, just drawing the shoulder blades down towards the spine. Just take a little movement here and just notice anywhere you feel tense or tight. Perhaps take a little movement through the neck, just moving gently side to side. And then draw your chin down towards your chest, taking a big breath in and just feeling the space through the upper back and the neck. Good. When you feel ready to, you're going to bring your right hand down just behind your right hip. You're going to take a big breath in, lift your left arm up high overhead. And then as you breathe out, just gently drop over to your right side. So make sure your knees are pushed down towards the floor. Just soften your right elbow. Allow yourself to just side bend here. Good, release it up and switch to the other side. Left hand comes down. Take a big breath in, lift the right arm up, and then just gently reach over. Again, creating as much length as we can in the torso and just paying attention to anywhere that we feel tense or tight today. Good. Okay, when you're ready, bring it back to the center. You're going to bring both hands up above your head this time and take a really big breath in, just extending through every part of the spine and lifting the chest nice and high. Just create as much space through the front of your body as you can. Okay, release it out. And then from here we're going to come into a 90-90 position with our legs. So to just open up the hips nice and gently. So exactly where you are, you're going to just uncross the legs and then bend the knees until they're in this 90-degree position. So we want to square the hips as much as we can to this front leg, and we're just going to focus on mobilising and opening up. So to start with, bring your hands just around the back, lift your chest nice and high, and then when you're ready to, you're going to lift the right leg slowly off the floor. And then once it can go no further, just allow the left leg to follow and just roll over to the other side. Just hold here for a moment. Again, noticing anywhere you feel tense or tight. Then start to gently lift the left leg and switch back to the other side. Perfect. So we're just going to keep going through this, just taking your time to warm up through the hips. As always, keep your chest lifted. Really extend through the torso as much as you can. Okay, perfect. Stop there. Now we're going to go for exactly the same movement, but this time when we get to the end of the movement, we're then just going to gently drop the chest forward over that front knee. So I'll show you on this side. So again, lift the right leg high until the left leg needs to follow it. Then square your hips to this front leg. Put the hand down onto the ankle if you need to. And then we just gently extend the chest over. Okay? So go back to the start and then join me when you're ready. So hands behind the back. When we're ready, lift the right leg high. Allow the left leg to follow, and then when you're here, hand on the ankle and just extend over. So wherever feels comfortable for you. Return back to the centre and switch to the other side. Extend, hand down, and then reach the chest forwards. So you should feel a stretch through this front leg all through the glute, and we're just opening up the hips. Let's go one more time on each side. Perfect, taking it back to the start. Good, and relax it there. Okay, lovely. So the next stretch is going to open up through the back. So our thoracic spine, which is the very top section, we just want to focus because a lot of when we're sitting, there's a lot of hunching forward, so you may feel tight or uncomfortable through there. So we're just going to focus on really opening it up and mobilizing it to start with, okay? So coming down onto all fours, hands under shoulders, knees under hips. You're going to bring your right fingertips to your temples, take your elbow out nice and wide, and then when you're ready, drop the elbow down towards the left hand, and then just gently reach it back up towards the sky. So you may not find much movement here, but as you do it, you're going to be able to go just a little bit further. So make sure those 3 points are anchored right down towards the floor. Really stretch and open. Let's go for 2 more on this side. Good. Right hand comes down, we're going to switch to the left side. So left fingertip to temple, left elbow goes out long, draw it down, and then gently twist and open. You may find one side is a lot easier than the other. Just go with where your body feels good. Gonna go for about 6, 4, 5, 6, and rest it there. Perfect. So you can just sit back here into a child's pose. Just gently release anything else you're holding on to. Take the knees nice and wide. Extend long through the spine, just relax for a second. Perfect. Okay, our next section, we're going to work through a couple of mobilization drills, so they're going to be a bit more strength based than the stretch. We'll get back to the stretch afterwards, okay? So what we want to do is really strengthen the joints at the end range of their movement, which means really lifting, and we're going to focus on retracting through the scapula and the shoulders, okay? So a couple of quite challenging moves. Don't worry if you can't get it first of all. You can go over and over again on this video and get it, okay? So we're going to start with some scapular cars, so controlled articular rotations. So you're going to either come up onto your knees. We're going to keep everything nice and tight. If this is too much here, you can just sit back, but we want to make sure that only the scapula and the shoulders are moving, okay? So if you can, coming into a tall kneeling position, take both your hands in front of you and squeeze the fists as much as you can. We want to create tension, okay? Then we're going to elevate the shoulders, retract through the scapula, depress down, and then bring it back forward. So we're creating almost like a little circle, and we're just focusing on really isolating through the shoulders and teaching them to pull back around the spine, okay? So when you're ready, join in with me. So coming into this tall kneeling position, we're going to go through about 5 or 6 to start with, okay? So tall kneeling position, fists out in front, really clench nice and hard. And then when you're ready, just elevate the shoulders and then pull the scapula back around the spine. Draw it down and then allow it to draw forwards. Okay, if you need to rest, just rest it out. Let's keep going. Lift, retract, depress, protract. Good. So almost this little circular movement to just train the body to lift the chest high and pull the shoulders back. Perfect. Last one. And relax. So you may be pulling some funny faces. I probably am. It's absolutely fine, okay? It's probably quite an unusual movement for your body. Once you get used to it, you can really start to extend back and really draw those scapulas back. So when you're ready, we're going to go for one more round of that. Again, 5 to 6 reps depending on where you're comfortable. So just relax your shoulders out. Bring the fists in front. Body nice and tight. And when we're ready, let's go. Lift, retract, depress, protract. Good. Keep those arms nice and long. Keep those fists strong. That's 4, 5, and 6. Well done. Okay, relax it out, shake the arms out. So one more movement, which again is going to be strength based, and again is going to be focusing on drawing their scapula back. So we really want to train them to draw back so that when we're naturally standing, we're standing nice and tall, okay? So we're going to come into some scapular push-ups. So exactly the same retraction movement. We're going to come onto our knees, again in that all fours position. So have a little look and then we'll all join in together. From here you want to keep the arms nice and long, and then all we're going to do is drop the chest forward, retracting the scapula back, and then push the floor away, driving up. Okay, so all that moves is the chest falling back. The rest of the body is completely still. Again, we're going to go through about 5 or 6 of these, a couple of sets, okay? So when you're ready, join me on all fours. Lock the arms so they're nice and tight. And we go in 3, 2, 1. So drop the chest forward, draw the shoulders back, and then push away. Good. So you may have a lot of range here, you may just have a little bit. Just work with whatever your body's telling you. Good, last one. Perfect, release it out, shake out the shoulders. So hopefully you can feel that scapula lifting and really drawing round the spine. So give yourself a little shake. We're going to go straight back in, exactly the same thing, 6 reps. So set it up. When we're ready, let's go. Drop, lift, good. You may find as your body gets used to the movement, you can drop that chest a little further. Well done. Last one. Good, and relax, well done. Again, give yourself a little shake, a little release. And when you're ready, we're going to bring our chair into the workout, okay? Okay, so hopefully you've got a nice stable chair that you can work with. If not, I will show you a couple of variations on the floor, okay? So the first stretch we're going to come into is focusing on opening the chest and again pulling those shoulders back. So it's called a prayer stretch. So what you're going to do is just bring your knees down towards the floor. You're going to bring both elbows onto the chair. Hands come together. And then we just gently drop the head down between the gap. Hold for a second. And then lift up again, okay? Drop. And lift. Now you can do this exact movement on the floor, but I would just hold it rather than trying to move, okay? So you're going to come into that child's pose, hands on the floor, just drop your head through and just hold while we move, okay? So when you're ready, get yourself set up. We're going to go through about 6 of these again, okay? So onto your knees, elbows nice and stable on the chair, hands come together and then just adjust your knees so you can drop down the centre. When we're ready, let's go. So drop, drawing the hips back and lift, good. So you should feel a stretch through the tricep and then that opening through the upper back. That's 3, 4, 5, and 6. Perfect. Well done. Release it out. Give the arms a little shake. And then we're going to go back and do exactly the same thing, okay? So these are great stretches if you are working from home. Get up every half hour, every hour, just take a little nice bit of movement. Just do a couple of these. and you'll feel a lot better by the end of the day, okay? So when you're ready, come back in, knees down, elbows up, and we go down and rise, good. Three, 4, 5, and 6. Perfect. Relax it there. Okay, keeping your chair for one more stretch. This one, again, we're going to really focus on opening up through the chest this time. So what we're going to do is we're going to pop one hand, one arm, onto the chair like so, so completely flat. You're going to bring the other hand down towards the floor and then drop your knees down. And then from here, we're just going to gently turn the left shoulder towards the right hand. So almost like we're looking away from the chair. And you should feel stretch all the way through the chest and through the anterior delt, which is through the front of the shoulder, okay? So we're going to do 6 on one side, 6 on the other, and then we'll switch around again, okay? So set yourself up, one hand on the floor, one hand flat on the chair, knees in a nice comfy position, and when we're ready, let's go. So drop and twist, good. Four, 5, and 6. Well done. So either spin yourself around or turn your chair around, and we can do it on the other side. So opposite arm comes down to the chair this time, other hand towards the floor, and let's go. Twist and lift. Perfect. Last one. And relax. Well done. So that's one of those stretches you look at somebody doing and you think, how can you feel that? And as soon as you do it, there it is. Again, another one to really just incorporate into your daily routine. If you need to get up, if you're feeling a little bit tight through the front of your body, just get up and do it in the day. I'm sure you'll feel better. So back to the front side, and then 6 more on each side, okay? So bring the chair back to its original position. Set yourself up and let's go. Rotate and twist back. Good. 3, 4, 5, and 6. Perfect. Last one on the other side. And then I promise we're just stretching nice and easy, okay? So opposite hand on the chair, opposite hand on the floor. Last 6 reps. Let's go. Down and up. Perfect. Last one. And relax. Perfect. Well done. Okay, push your chair back towards the side. And then we've just got a couple of stretches to finish. So one last one to open up the chest. So exactly the same, but we're going to again just focus on that anterior delt. So you're going to come onto your bottom. Bring your hands round behind you. Fingertips facing away. And then all we're going to do is shuffle ourselves forward, keeping the hands nice and still, until you can find a comfortable position where you can feel that stretch through the chest, and then we're just going to hold, okay? So set yourself up, breathe out, relax the chest, Relax the whole body. And then just hold. So if this pulls on your elbow, your arms, it's uncomfortable at any point, just take yourself up a little bit higher, okay? Or if you can't quite feel the stretch, just come a little lower. Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and gently lift yourself up. Good. Okay, so when we do spend a lot of time hunched over a laptop or a desk, you'll find that the chest tends to tighten, so what we really need to do is just open it up and pull it back. Exactly the same for people in the gym who train a lot of chest and don't train a lot of back. You'll see them with their hunched over shoulders. So a stretch like that, literally just for 30 to 60 seconds, is really just going to open up through the front of the body. Okay, 2 last nice relaxing stretches and we are done. So we're going to come down into a pigeon pose. So if you want to, you can adopt that 90-90 hip position that we had at the beginning. So you're going to bring your front leg through and then your back leg is going to be here. Your alternative, if you want to, is you're going to extend your back leg long. So front leg tucks under about 90 degrees, or bring that foot in until you're comfortable. Square the hips round. And then just take a moment here to just lift the chest, open up through the hips and glutes, and just relax. If you feel comfortable, you can come down onto your elbows. And if you still want to go a little further, you can come extend your hands forwards and drop your head down towards the floor. Just take a few deep breaths and just hold here for a few seconds. Three, 2, 1. Gently come back onto your elbows, back up onto your hands. Just draw that left leg back and release slightly. And we're going to switch to the other side. So you may find one side's easier than the other. You might want to go for that 90-90 hips. Just come to where you're comfortable. Take a few moments to settle your hips down. Find that stretch. And then if you want to, elbows, or extend all the way forwards. Three, 2, 1, and gently lift up. Okay, last stretch. So keep your hands where they are, take both knees back, and then just take them nice and wide to the outside of your mat. And you're just going to sink the hips back towards the heels, and then relax your neck and shoulders right down towards the floor. Just coming into a child's pose. Taking nice deep breaths. And then if you want to, you can crawl your fingertips a little further forward. Just increase that stretch through the shoulders. And relax it there, well done. Okay, bring yourself up. Just take a little roll through the shoulders, a little movement through the neck. Just notice if you feel a little bit better anywhere, if that tension from earlier is gone. Lift your chest up nice and high, roll your shoulders back. and then give yourselves a big clap. Thank you very much for joining me, guys. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope that's given you a few ideas for stretching out at home, for improving your posture while you are sitting working from home. Do keep an eye on the YouTube channel, because there will be another video which is going to be a strength based for posture, where we'll be strengthening up the hips and the glutes and all that kind of thing. In the meantime, take care, and I shall